I can't pass up a good hand car wash here. She is dirty. I just got her back from getting an estimate. Unfortunately, I got rear-ended on the 19th and finally got into taking the estimate, but we're gonna see how this goes. I gotta say, they did awesome. A little water on the roof, but I don't care. This is beautiful. All right, if you ever wonder, how am I safely recording all those time lapses? This is my trick right here. It's a little suction cup, and this is just water and a little fingernail spray. Rather than licking the suction cup with my tongue, I'm just gonna put it in this way. Set it up. Try to get it as level as I can. Snap it in. In its place. There you go. I think I got it somewhat level. And that's where the camera goes. So that's how I mount my camera for the scenes. It's over here on the passenger side, not over by the driver's side, where it can kind of get in the way. It is upside down, you'll notice. Here's my microphone and my little what do you call that, tassel or loop, whatever. I can't think of what it's called right now, but I do film it upside down, because if you try to film it upside up, it'll be hitting the windshield and you'll be looking at the sky. So this is how I film my time-lapse videos with me driving. Howdy y'all, Michael here. Today is Saturday, May the 6th, 2023. You had to think about it. We have May the 4th on Thursday, May the 5th, Cinco de Mayo, May the 5th. So today is Saturday, May the 6th. And I'm just messing around a little bit today. Got my car washed this morning, got my damage on the rear of my car. I got rear-ended on April 19th. And just wanted to share with you a little bit of how I make a film. So come hang out with me. Film. It's a video, not film. There's no film in this. Come hang out with me. Looks like they're busy. Wasn't expecting this. Good gosh. We got lined. Hey, how are you doing?
Here.
Is there a special event going on this week?
Everyone's just wanting to come to the park.
It's amazing.
How many people, sir?
Just me.
I wish there was something going on, but apparently we're just that popular.
Try and get the last bit in before it gets really, really hot. So, all right, have a good one.
You as well, sir.
Take care. Bye-bye. Just a quick reminder, in Texas, if you're in a state park, you do not need a fishing license. Your entrance fee covers your fishing here, so nice little fishing pier off in the distance here. We are still in storm season here, so we got a lot of wind. So I apologize if there's too much wind noise. But the weather is going to get a little more chaotic from here to there. The day before yesterday, we were in the 70s. Yesterday, it was like 97 degrees Fahrenheit, so that's pretty warm. But right now it's windy. It's feeling pretty nice out here. Kind of hard to cast in this kind of wind, but there's a lot of people out here fishing right now. They do have the daily bag and length limits. So for largemouth bass, you can catch a total of 5 of them, but they have to be at least 2 feet in length. White bass, you can do 25 of them. That's like your sand bass. There's several different names, and it has to be like a 10-inch minimum. But those are the 2 I normally would fish for. I've caught catfish. I think I've cooked them up once. But usually most of my fishing is catch and release. And they do have a place you can clean your fish before you pack them in ice. Pretty nice setup here. It even has electricity there for you to plug into for your electric knife. So all my cameras have what's called a tic-tac-toe sign on them. So if you look at this one, you'll see barely these black lines. So when I focus on a subject, I'm going to touch one of those black lines up there where they intersect. So that's called the rule of thirds. I don't know why it's called the rule of thirds, because it's a tic-tac-toe, but wherever the crosshairs hit, and you got 4 places right there where it hits, that's how I frame my photo, or my video rather, or both. I'm switching back and forth between cameras, so you're going to hear the audio change quite a bit. I'm actually using my iPhone as well. If you look, you should see the crosshairs on that as well. Maybe not so much, at least not on the little screen I'm looking at now. But to give you an example, this is me using the rule of thirds. So I got a crosshair here, a crosshair here, one here at the bottom. So that's like a tic-tac-toe sign. So what I'm doing is my nose right now is on right in the center of one of those crosshairs. So that's how I frame my picture. Plus it gives you a sense of what's surrounding me as well. If you want to see what I'm looking at when I'm looking at my camera, I'm actually looking just above the lens. Sometimes I'll look straight into the lens, but a lot of times I'll look above it, and I can see how I framed my picture there. This little screen here is pretty nice. It can flip around. And it does all kinds of shapes, or different angles rather. So if I need to get above the crowd, I can actually do it like that, look way up in the air, and frame my picture that way. It's a nice little camera. It's a Canon G7X. It shoots in 1080p. This is the Mark II. The Mark III shoots in 4K. But a lot of people prefer the G7X Mark II. It's one of the most popular cameras out there. I think the Sony ZV-1 is getting popular as well. But I like this one. Switching back to my Canon camera, and you'll notice that there's a little fur on top of it. And I'll take a picture right here and put it in here if I can. So that's the little fur on top of my camera. It's got a little double-sided piece of rubber there that has actually got a glue on it of sorts. It's like kind of like a 3M tape type stuff. And there's 2 little holes for the microphone. And so that's how you get the stereo sound in there. But that fur right there helps cut down on the wind noise tremendously. So this Canon actually takes the standard SD card. So the question is, how do I upload it into my phone? And I'd like to show you a demonstration of that, but I don't have an extra memory card for you. But here's the dongle. This is actually an Apple product. It's probably about $25, $30 now. You know how things tend to go up in price. But one end, you're going to plug the SD card in, and you're going to plug the other end into the lightning connector of your phone. And what you do is you're going to go and go into your photos, and there's going to be an extra button that's going to pop up. And that button's going to say import on there. So you just tell it to import, and you tell it to import everything. It's pretty intuitive. That's how I get the information from my Canon G7X into my phone for editing. Now I need to take some time off and just spend the time at the lake, or a place of refuge like this. Life's pretty busy right now. It's important that we take our time to rest. Well, I wasn't going to film a lot today because I really don't have much content other than show you what process I use here. So this is the SD card. It comes out of the camera, and that's my batteries right there. Those batteries are small, and they run about $50 a piece. So that's the dongle. That's with the lightning connector, and that's just how I stick it in. And once I stick it into this camera, like I said, I wish I could show you, but I'm out of cameras. But we're going to load the information up in here. It appears that our file is actually downloaded here, and so what I'm going to look for is the first thing I need to do is the driving picture. Watch it right here. This thing is upside down. It's completely upside down. So let's fix that. I'm going to click on Edit. Remember, I had to turn it upside down because of the way my mount is. And at the bottom, towards the right, is a little symbol where you can change it. Looks like I got text conversation coming in too. And then I click done. And right now it's saving the video. Just give it a little bit of time there. Yes, I get tons of text sometimes. And as soon as that saves, then we're going to work on this little video here. And I'll show you how to do my time lapse. We're almost done. A few seconds more. And that one's done. Let's get the other one going here. Where is that? That was the second one then. So you can see now it's correct. We're going to do the one that we started the colony. We're going to switch that one around too. So, turn, and done. And once that's completed, that one will be upright as well. And we can work on both of these, but I'm just going to work on one here to show you how I do a time lapse. Takes a little bit. It's 16 minutes and 27 seconds, which is the largest file you can take on the Canon G7X with at 60 frames per second. So 60 frames, 1080p, and that's the largest file it'll do. So now we're going to go to here. Now I'm going to go ahead and edit these. These are getting ready to do my spill. But let's go into another program. This program is going to be iMovie. iMovie is how I make these movies. So I'm going to select the movie at the bottom. I'm going to take this first one here, and I'm going to create a movie. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to detach. I'm going to rip the audio out completely on this one. I'm going to take it. Hit this on the bottom left here. We'll tell it to go to 2 times the speed. Once it's going 2 times the speed, let's see, done. Now notice my 16 minute 41 second video is now 8 minutes, or however long it was, now 8 minutes 15 seconds. So I'm going to export that. Save the video. once it exports, it takes a little longer to export, but the more you try to speed it up, the faster it's going to be. So right now I'm exporting. And if you got any wind noise, I got my windows down. I'm enjoying the cool breeze in my truck right now. Looking at the waves chop across the lake. Good gosh, that took a while. So we're going to go back in there. We're going to edit again. I'm going to add another video to this. And the video I'm going to add is the one I just created. So we're going to take that one. We're going to add that. And this is the original. We're just going to delete it. So now it's 8 minutes and 14.1 seconds. I'm going to take that. We're going to double it again. So we went from 2 times the speed to 4 times the speed. And we're done with that. We're going to export this. And I'm going to keep doing this often. So we went for 2 times the speed. We went for 2 times the speed. Now I'm exporting at 4 times the speed. And at this point, we're just going to export again. It's going to take about half the time. And when it's done exporting again, we're going to double it again from 4 times the speed to 8 times the speed. And then we'll do one final one where we're going to make it 16 times the speed. So my little driving videos are actually 16 times the speed of where I'm actually going. So if you see me going 50 miles an hour, if you're going 16 times, what is that, 800 miles an hour? Is that right? I think that's right. And so that's how I do my little time lapses for that. I do have a feature on my Canon where I can do time lapse, but it takes photos. Now that's been exported, so we're going to edit again. And we're at 4 times the speed here. I'm just going to take it to the very beginning here. We're going to do another one, grabbing that same video that I just generated. I'm going to delete the second one because that's the slower one. Here we go. So now it's 2 minutes, and I bet you this time it's going to be a lot faster. Okay, so we're at 2 minutes, which is 8 times the speed. We're going to go one more time. Video. Recently added. Boom. Boom. Take this. Double its speed. And this is your final product. So when you're looking at it now, See how fast I'm driving? It's nice and smooth. It's using the mount that's on my windshield. I'm not holding the camera, so don't have to worry about safety on that. I just drive. That's all I do is I just drive. We're going to export this for our final file. And that's all you need to do. This should just take seconds. Compared to that long time we had to export the front the first time. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my camera and I'm going to mount it up to my windshield. We're going to do the outro scene, and then the rest of this is going to be just a tutorial on how to edit the video. She is dirty. I just got her back from getting an estimate. Unfortunately, I got rear-ended on the 19th and finally got into taking the estimate, but we're going to see how this goes.
I didn't know! I had no idea! I didn't hear you!
Get out of the car! I heard a watch out! Hey! This car is moving up! Watch out, guys!
Here. I can't pass up a good hand car wash here.
So this is dead air here. This is me trying to. So I'm going to say what I'm going to say here.
I can't pass up a good hand car wash here.
Okay, we're going to take it right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap on the bar below here. I'm going to detach the audio track from it. So I'll grab this and I'm going to go over maybe about that much. And you see this lead right here that I have that I created. I'm going to delete the rest of the scene because nobody wants to stare at my dashboard. I'll click on the blue bar here. I'll click on, I'm going to fade it. So that's how it's going to fade. So what you're seeing here is you're seeing, I'll detach this one. The audio is going to overlap here, but what you'll hear here is this.
Hand car wash here.
So if you don't do that, if you just chop the audio here and then start the next one there, you're going to have a blank, like a pop or something like that. So to avoid the pop,
She is dirty. I just took. She.
I'm going to cut that there. So I'm going to cut that there, cut there. We're going to cut this down a little bit. So now this is what you're going to see.
I can't pass up a good hand car wash here. She is dirty. I just got her back from getting an estimate. Unfortunately, I got rear-ended on the 19th and finally got into taking the estimate, but we're going to see how this goes. We're going to see how this goes.
Okay, I'm going to cut it here. It may not let me. Yeah, it does. Okay, so we're going to cut it here. We're going to split, delete that little extra line there. Of course, I'm going to fade it out so it blends into the next scene. And this is how you stitch every scene together. If you'll notice, there's a little line in the middle there. But if you go to, like, let's see if I can get another angle here. This one kind of went a little long gone. But if you'll see right here, there's a little bow tie between the scenes. And what that is, that's a transition. So we got the fade, and I don't always like the fade. I will use fades, kind of give a sense of time going, but
we're gonna see how this goes.
So I'm going to just chop this up a little bit more, and I'll get back with y'all.
Yeah, I got a little worried, so I started stripping out the music on a lot of this to avoid any copyright strikes. So, of course, my texts come in on my phone all the time. I keep having to drop them out. So let's say I want to put in a little music here, and I'm gonna go into here. I'm gonna go into audio. I'll go into my music, so that goes on my music on my phone. And I put in playlist. I created this playlist for YouTube audio library. And what this is a ton of songs that I have that are okay to run on YouTube. Now, there's two versions of songs on the YouTube audio library you got to watch out for. One says you don't have to give them attribution, which means you don't have to say who the artist and song is. The other says you can, but you got to make sure you put it in the description. I go ahead and do just the songs that do not require attribution in case I forget to put that in there. I don't want to have some kind of copyright strike or anything like that. So these are about 50 some odd songs that are like that. Every now and then, I want to say every 6 months or so, I'll go search around, see if I can find something new. If there's a video I'm watching on YouTube and I really want to hear that particular song again in my videos, and I would check to see if it's in the YouTube audio library. Now, there are third-party companies that you can pay to get other music, but you have to be paying for them to use them. So these are all free. So I like free. So we're going to try something free. Maybe do a little blues thing. Let me see, something like this. And I'll play it, and I can't hear it right now because I think too many things are going on the phone at once. So let's do this one right here because I know what it sounds like in my head. It's just not playing right now because I'm recording on my phone while I'm talking to you at the same time, so that's a little much for the phone. So we'll add that. Okay, so I want to start it right here where the line is, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this in two. This is real quirky. Anytime you have a music in here, it's always going to push it to the very front of the video. But I don't want to push it to the front of the video, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to delete that to the area that I want to start adding the music on there. And then I'm going to take this. I'm going to tell it to duplicate. So wherever it started is going to start over right there. And I'm going to take this right here. This is going to be my filler. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to mute it. So as this is going, you'll hear the ambient stuff. And I'll say, here we go. Now it's playing the music. And I'll do my cutscenes according to music by the downbeats. So we hear that last bong there. Right there. I'm going to call right there. I'm not hearing much audio because of the way the phone's recording right now, but I'm going to take a chance here and hope that's it. I'm going to split it right there and cut it. And what that's going to do is it's going to switch to the next scene right on the beat there. So. And there was my original cut, but I'm going to just leave that in here. See how it cuts right? And of course, we got the music's going to be coming in here again. So cut on the downbeat of the song when you do each scene, and I'm going to continue to edit with full volume so I can hear what I'm doing. But that's how I edit, and just watch my videos. They should all go, the cuts, according to the scene of the music if I took the audio out. So hope that helps on that. Now, when we go do another song, we're going to have to put a big buffer in front of it as well to keep it from playing beforehand, such as here. So you'll see that it's a dark green line. The music's playing in the background, but you won't hear it because I've got it muted. And then I'll tell it to start over right here. And then it goes through and it keeps playing here. This is just the edit cut that I had earlier, and I ended up not using it. I was trying to avoid getting copyright strikes on music that was playing in the background, but if you strip it out and play your own music, that is solved. Continue to edit here. I put the music down, I put my cuts in. I had to adjust some of them. What's nice, if you have to adjust it, you can just grab the end scene and pull it out if there's still video that's back there. So that's what I did in this case. And then, of course, I ripped out the audio and everything. They're all deleted, but when I wanted to start talking again, you'll see you just put the audio back in, and it will adjust the music volume there. So if you listen here,
I gotta say, they did awesome. A little water on the roof, but I don't care. This is beautiful.
So when I film, I usually give a little bit of a tag after I say what I say, but I didn't do so well on this. But I don't want to just chop it to another scene here. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go, as soon as I say the word beautiful, I'm going to pause it right there.
Water on the roof, but I don't care. This is beautiful. Water on the roof, but I don't care. This is beautiful.
So it looks like I may have messed up here. So I did not give enough of a line there. Let me make sure I am telling you the truth. I think I am. No, there's actually a little bit more, so let me fix this. Gonna do that with the audio. There we go. Okay. So I was able to salvage that.
Water on the roof, but I don't care. This is beautiful.
Okay. So we're done there. I'm going to cut, split it there. See, I was still recording. I just messed up. So let me do my delete. And you always want to overlap the audio a little bit and then fade it in. Otherwise, you're going to have a big, powerful chop. And let me cut this one right here. We're going to split it. I'm going to delete that part of the music. One of the things I do with music, especially on the end cards, you'll notice that it fades out towards the end. And I'm going to give it a little fade right here. And we're going to see how that goes.
Did awesome. A little water on the roof, but I don't care. This is beautiful. All right. If you ever wonder, how am I safely recording all those time lapses? This is my
edit here. So this is my little intro that I do, and this is it won't let me cut too close to when you do a transition here. See the bow tie? So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to tell it to do a none transition. So this is an abrupt one. So let me finish here.
Come hang out with me.
Okay, right there. I'm going to cut it right there. I'll cut it again. So this is going to be abrupt. I'm not going to fade it in. I'm going to go straight from the audio to boom. It's going to be the music. So I will do this at times where you won't get a pop when you do this.
Come hang out with me.
That's because you would have thought exactly.
So this is the video that I had earlier. I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to delete it because I already have a portion of the video in here. But you remember from earlier, I sped it up. So I went through multiple times to get it to go at a high rate of speed. So I believe this is it. If you look at the times on the right, see it's 8:14, 4:07, 2:03, 1:01. These are the same videos over and over and over. So now you'll see this instead, and it's going to be really fast driving. It's going to be fast driving, but there's not going to be any sound on it. So we got to put a little music on it. And let me see what music I'm going to use, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. So I selected the music, and this one's called Believe, and it's in my YouTube audio library. So, and I took this blue line. It was a little bit over. I just pulled it back just a little bit. Just grabbed the end and pulled it back a little bit, and that's going to get it to where that live audio is going to stop right at the end of that scene. So for right here, I'm going to take it. I added the song, and this song goes all the way to the previous song. So if you see, it's going to be playing that song all the way through. I don't want it to do that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go back to the end here. I'm going to get right at the end. I'm going to split it. I'm going to delete this side right here because it's starting in the middle of the song, or it's in the middle of the song. Then I'm going to grab this. I'm going to duplicate it. And then this is going to be my filler before from the past time, or the previous time I had music rather. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to hit the little speaker icon here, and I'm going to tell it to mute. So this is how it's going to sound.
Come hang out with me.
Oh, I messed up there. What happened? Okay, mute. There we go.
Filming this. Come hang out with me.
See how that transitioned that well? And right here, when it has a little touch, we're going to do our first graphics. So it's right here. Right about, sometimes it wants to jump around on me. Okay, so I am going to click on split here, and then we're going to click on the bottom left. You got these different logos. I'm going to click on the T because I'm going to put a graphic in here. And I'm going to tell it to be the standard. So I'm going to click on this top one. I'm going to say edit. I'm going to say show us some. My fat fingers keep knocking it out a lot. Love. And then right here I'm going to say edit. Please like, comma, keeps kicking out sometimes, space, comment, and subscribe. Oh, what happened there? I was trying to do that. Okay. So we're going to click down there and share this with those you love. And I come up with different phrases sometimes. Oh, those you love. Okay. Alright, so please like, comment, subscribe. Now you see the plus sign to the left of my screen there? I try to get this to where it's dead center. And I may make it a little bigger. You don't want to make it too big because this graphic will swell up slowly over this time period. So we got that. Oh, I kind of messed up there. I quit doing that. Okay. All right. So now I want to change the color of it. I'm going to click over here. The fourth yellow down. You see you got the grayscale on the top row. The fourth yellow down. I click on that. That's the color I use for my graphics. Kind of reminds me of the old MASH 4077, the colors they use on their film. You know, back in the 70s, all the credits and stuff were in this particular yellow color. We're pretty close. I can't say I absolutely hit the correct color, but that's how I get my like, comment, and subscribe. And this thing will pop up and go away pretty quickly unless you do this. I'm going to, right next to where the color is, I'm going to hit the 3 dots. So when I go to the 3 dots, I may have to flip it over. Sorry, this is going to go sideways, but you're going to click on full clip duration. When you get full clip duration, that's going to let it sit there for a while. So we're going to look at this right here and see how long it goes. So
it's a video, not film. There's no film in this. Come hang out with me.
see right there, I'm going to clip it right there. And that's where our scene transition is going to be. But this scene transition, I'm going to take it all the way up here because I was listening to a podcast at the time. And I may have said some stuff here, so keep a copyright strike. I'm going to edit this up here, but this is where the audio is going to kick back in and the music is going to go back in the background just like before. So give me some time and I'll be back. Back to editing here, and we're going to add this last transition scene here. In fact, I have another scene that I need to add before that. So this is the driving scene, and I don't believe I have edited this one down yet. Let me check. I believe that's it. Nope, that's definitely sped up. Okay, so we're good there. And as I handle my phone, you're going to hear me handling my phone, so I do apologize for that. But I need to add another scene, which was my outro scene here. And I'm going to do the same thing where I'm going to cut that. When I cut the scene, I'm going to cut the audio right at the end. So it's going to be chopped off right at the very end here, okay? And then we're going to transition to song. And out of my skateboard, this is a song I typically use. And on the beat of the song, I'll put the thanks for watching graphic. And I may say, don't forget to subscribe underneath it. I may do something like that. And then at the end of this section, on the beat, I'm not going to play that whole thing because look, here we're at 44 minutes already. Even though I do like the sped up driving scenes, those are nice, but I'm going to add a couple of blank areas right here. And the first one I'm going to add, they're both going to be black actually. And this is going to be something that I'm going to do on the beat. So to let you know why I'm doing this, is this black area right here is going to be a title graphic. And this is how, here's a super secret way I do this title graphic. So I'm going to go in here. It's called chromatic. I'm going to edit this. I'm going to say Getting Out in Life. I'm just going to put the name of my channel on there. And you'll notice these on a lot of them. And let me edit a little bit more. I keep bouncing out of the phone. You probably hear me shuffling the phone in my hand. But it's Getting Out in Life. And so this is what it's going to do when you do that. Of course, this is all silent. It's going to fade. We got the little bow tie there. There's the Getting Out Life logo. And then it's going to fade to black. But I want that on a little bit longer, so I'm going to click on the 3 dots. We're going to do full clip duration. So that's just going to leave it go a little bit longer.
in there. And this is just, the music is going to be overlaid on that. And then we have this black background here. And that's where I'm going to add the end cards. So what's important with the end cards is to have some space for it to happen first. I think you need it like 5 seconds. The end cards is going to have the little globe on there with the subscribe link, and it's going to have 3 different videos of my choosing on there. I can even say best suggested by YouTube, but it's always quirky, and I think it's about the same for everyone. So, but that's why I put a blank spot at the end of this. So all I got to do is wrap it up here and set the music, which is going to be Out on My Skateboard. That's the ones I've been using lately. And I hope this was helpful for you. So let me go ahead and roll the end scene here where I sign off. Well, I hope that video helped you out. It takes a while to figure out everything you're doing when you're making videos, so don't expect your first set of videos to be perfect. And mine are still far from perfect. I got a lot more to learn, but like I always say, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm having fun doing it. But for now, y'all take care, be safe,